Imagine this. You're outside on a perfect sunny day. The air's warm, the sky's blue, and then, without warning, darkness. Not a cloud, not an eclipse. The sun vanishes. The stars snap into view like someone flipped a switch. Birds freeze mid-flight. Your phone screen becomes the brightest thing for miles. And just as your brain screams, "What was that?" the sun's back. 1 second. Total blackout. You'd think, okay, weird, but no harm done. But that single second of missing sun, it would wreak more havoc than a year of natural disasters. GPS would fail. Every power grid on Earth would explode. And astronauts, they'd be the first to realize we just dodged the apocalypse. In this video, we'll explore what happened if our sun disappears for just 1 second. Chapter 1. Instant Chaos. The cosmic blip. It starts with a flicker. One moment, the sun is there, burning, constant, the anchor of our solar system. The next, nothing. Just a starless black void where the sun used to be. The darkness is so total, so wrong, that your brain short-circuits trying to process it. Birds stop singing mid-chirp. Streetlights flicker on in broad daylight. And then, just as suddenly as it left, the sun is back. 1 second. That's all it took. Here's the thing nobody tells you about sunlight. It's slow, or at least slower than gravity. When the sun vanishes, its light takes 8 minutes to stop reaching us. But its gravity, that disappears instantly. Imagine you're on a merry-go-round spinning at 67,000 miles per hour. Now imagine the center pole vanishes. That's Earth the moment the sun blinks out. Up in orbit, satellites are the first victims. GPS units lose their anchor mid-navigation. Your Uber driver swerves into a ditch, cursing his phone. The International Space Station's alarms blare as their solar panels go dark. Astronauts float in sudden silence, staring at the empty spot where the sun should be. Their emergency batteries kick in, but those only last 72 hours. Good thing this is just a 1-second glitch, right? Back on Earth, power grids experience something engineers call a total Brownian freakout. Transformers explode from the surge, not because they lost power, but because they didn't. See, our electrical systems are fine-tuned to the sun's rhythm. Remove it for even a second, and the grid overcompensates, dumping enough voltage to fry every unprotected circuit from New York to Tokyo. Your phone dies, traffic lights go dark, and somewhere a nuclear power plant scrambles to avoid a meltdown. In that 1 second of darkness, humanity collectively loses its mind. Car crashes spike as drivers panic. TikTok floods with end times videos. Scientists at NASA spill coffee on $2 million equipment, and Elon Musk probably tweets, "Simulation confirmed," before his phone battery dies. But here's the kicker. This is just the first second. The real damage comes after the sun returns. Chapter 2. The Aftershocks. The sun's back. The sky returns to blue like nothing happened. But in that single second of darkness, Earth's systems were hacked, and the side effects are just starting to roll in. You'd think losing the sun for 1 second wouldn't budge the thermostat. Wrong. The sun pumps out 384 septillion watts every second. That's 4 Hiroshima bombs worth of energy, poof, gone. The immediate temperature drop, a barely measurable 0.0001 degrees Celsius. But here's the catch. Do this once, and it's a blip. Do it daily, unstoppable mini ice age. Nature's routines are hardwired to sunlight. Birds mid-migration plummet from the sky, their internal compasses glitching. Nocturnal animals wake up furious, convinced they overslept. Bees abandon their hives. Meanwhile, deep-sea creatures, untouched by the drama, keep humming along in the abyss, oblivious. Every transformer that survived the initial surge now thinks it's under attack. Engineers worldwide scramble to reset systems, but the damage is done. Rolling blackouts stretch for days. Hospitals run on generators. Air traffic control grounds every plane until GPS recalibrates. And Bitcoin, the blockchain might need a week to untangle itself. Within minutes, the internet fractures. Scientists stutter through press conferences. We're investigating. Conspiracy theorists declare victory. Aliens. CERN broke reality. Project Bluebeam. Elon Musk tweets a shrugging emoji, then deletes it. The Vatican conveniently recalls all its astronomers for an emergency meeting. The real horror? The only people who saw the sun vanish were astronauts. Floating in the ISS, they watched their life support systems flash red for one eternal second, and their live feed to Earth froze mid-scream. But the scariest question remains: what could do this? And is it coming back? Chapter 3: The Cosmic Culprit. The impossible question. All right, let's address the elephant in the solar system. What could possibly make the sun vanish for 1 second? The answer lies somewhere between black hole magic and alien trolling, and neither option is comforting. Scenario 1: the rogue black hole. Imagine a lone black hole, no bigger than a coin but heavier than a mountain, drifting silently between Earth and the sun. For 1 second, its gravity bends the sun's light around it like a cosmic lens. To us, the sun disappears. No explosion, no warning, just gone. Then the black hole moves on, leaving zero evidence except our trauma. Scientists would call it a micro-lensing event. Twitter would call it Satan's eye blink. Scenario 2: the Dyson sphere glitch. Enter advanced aliens, not the invade Earth type, the harvest stars for Wi-Fi type. If they're testing a Dyson sphere, a megastructure that wraps a star to steal its energy, a 1-second malfunction could block the sun. It's like someone unplugging a lamp, then plugging it back in with a smirk. Scenario 3: the simulation theory. The cheapest explanation. We're living in a simulation, and the programmer fat-fingered the sun's on switch. Even Neil deGrasse Tyson admits, the cleanest glitch is the one that fixes itself. Here's the kicker: if any of these are real, the same force that hid the sun could have erased Earth without trying. A black hole's gravity would have shredded us. Aliens with Dyson tech could fry us. And the simulation? Well, hope they like sequels. But the real horror isn't what did it, it's that we'd never know. No black hole receipts, no alien apologies, just a global existential crisis and a very awkward NASA press conference. Chapter 4: Humanity's Scar. The psychological aftermath. Imagine waking up the day after the sun's disappearance. The world looks the same, but feels different. Scientists are huddled in labs recalculating every model. News channels loop the same 3-second clip of the event, and for the first time in history, every human on Earth shares the same existential question: what if it happens again? Religion and conspiracy. Mega churches pivot to sun worship 2.0. Flat earthers claim it was NASA's hologram failing. A TikTok cult starts stockpiling candles for the Great Blip. Science is reckoning. Astronomers add solar stability alerts to weather apps. NASA's budget triples overnight to build a sun monitoring network, which is just 1,000 telescopes pointed at the sun 24/7. Space travel paralyzed. No astronaut volunteers for Mars missions. What if the sun blips mid-flight becomes a legitimate risk assessment? Blip-proof. Tech. Silicon Valley invents solar surge protectors for power grids. Markup 5,000%. Elon Musk unveils Backup Sun, a orbital mirror system that fails spectacularly during testing. Movies shift from zombie apocalypses to sun-gone horror. A-list actors star in 1 second the true story. Kids born post-blip ask, will the sun leave us? Before bed. Nightlights sell out globally. Here's the brutal truth we learned. The universe doesn't care. A star 93 million miles away vanished for 1 second, and it nearly broke civilization. Meanwhile, actual supernovas and black holes are out there, and we're utterly unprepared. But there's a silver lining. For the first time, humanity truly united, not by war or pandemics, but by shared cosmic vulnerability. Maybe that's the lesson. Or maybe the lesson is, buy more flashlights. The sun will burn for billions more years. Odds are, this never happens again. But now we know. And that changes everything. At the end of the day, we take the sun for granted. It's always been there, warming our planet, powering life, keeping us in orbit. But this thought experiment reminds us just how fragile our place in the universe really is. Maybe the sun won't disappear tomorrow. Maybe it never will. But the fact that science tells us even a 1-second blip would unravel our world, that's worth remembering. So the next time you feel sunlight on your skin, take a second to appreciate it. Because in the grand cosmic story, we're incredibly lucky to have that light at all. If you enjoyed this journey through the what-ifs of space, subscribe for more. We explore the universe's biggest questions. No hype, just science. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.